Okay, it's January 27, 2019. This is Paul Power introducing Robert Nelson for another installment of Keys, Love Letters from God. And we are number 46, entitled, this one's called
Timelessness. It's interesting, you mentioned timelessness in just the last letter we read. Timelessness means never-ending love. This is what living love is. I know this may sound an impossibility. I must remind you that in so long as you believe this to be impossible, so will it be. However, you also have a saying that for God all things are possible. What am I but love? I tell you that in a world in which you live in timelessness, life is a joy for the most part, and your brothers and sisters are fulfillment, yours. It is through this attitude of joy that true commitment commences and aging ceases. Your eternal life force is your brothers and sisters. Share it. Those who love the life they live experience maturity far more than they will ever endure age. Wisdom does not come with age. Only dying comes with age. And this is nothing less than a doorway. I want you to understand something here and now. The next 2 or 3 sentences are all capitalized, boldface. Death is not the wages of sin. It is simply a shifting of awareness, and it is natural. Please do not fear it, neither for your sake nor for mine. If you live the life abundant, then you live in timelessness now. To do this, simply cherish one another. Then you have heaven on earth, which was intended from before what you call the beginning. Learn the lesson of timelessness on earth, and you are beyond the need for times and spaces and planets and places. For then the only need you have is to continue sharing the joy you have in common with one another. You have a myth in your world that those truly advanced souls never return to Earth or the Earth's plane for life. Such is not even accurate. Each one of you is truly advanced, and none of you have to return to lifetimes on Earth. You return to Earth, however, because you choose to do so. So we're free in our choice to come back or not to. The choices for doing so are yours and as limitless as are you. If you come to know that all of you are incarnations of one another, then you may choose to return to any world that you may wish from a sense of loving fulfillment, which delights in the presence of your brothers and sisters. Those who fear to become re-involved or de-evolved, he put that in parentheses, have a greater job of remembering to do than those who come back endlessly in order to fulfill themselves as they help others to do the same. The relationship I am, and he put that in quotes, I am, is timeless. It literally makes all things new again, including your relationships with one another, as well as your relationships with your world and all your brothers and sisters, whether they walk on 2 feet or 4 feet. You are timeless, as am I. The only difference between you and me is that you are working on remembering timelessness. Enjoy those with whom you are, and time ceases to exist. And such is your freedom, and that of your brothers and sisters as well. Abuse those with whom you are, even by viewing them as less than me, and therefore as less than you. And time drags on, fraught with fear, frustration, and aging. Timelessness is a state of choice. My love tells you to celebrate the life you live, while the ego tells you to fight, worry, sweat for everything that you have or can gain. In order to let go of such in order to let go of such timeliness, meaning the games of the ego, you must let go of ownership. Ownership is the stuff of which fears and legalities are made. Own no one and nothing, and you will not be owned. Those who are not owned are able to share the quality of true joy with one another. These, my beloved, are the timeless ones. You're invited to be one of them. Cherish the ones you know and the things you have. But do not own them, lest you will be then owned by them. The people and animals in your lives, even your world, and all the objects therein, are gifts from me to you. All I require of you is that you delight in them and respect them. If you do this, you will never need ownership, neither by owning nor by being owned. You deserve the best, my beloved. This you have inasmuch as you share the joy of my vision of you with one another in timelessness shared. God. I think that one pretty well.
I think so.
Yeah.